Good afternoon, everybody. This is Keith with Profit Lifter. Today, we are going to be talking about our new sales process Snap-on, and we are going to be working with you to make sure that everything is connected, show you how it works, what's included, what you get, how it all happens. Let me get my image taken off here real quick, so you guys can see my pretty mugshot. Hey, happy Wednesday or Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you all. Hope you're having an amazing day. Give me just a second. I want to check, make sure that everything is sharing where it's supposed to be on all the channels. Okay, so it looks like it's showing me in the group. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Today we are going to be talking about the sales process Snap-on that we have built. And for those of you guys who are Credit Suite partners, I got a special prize for you because I'm actually doing the partner training coming up this afternoon. And with that, we are actually going to be building this out specifically for Credit Suite and specifically for the fundability upgrades, so that you guys can have all this nice new tools and new functionality to go along with everything. So if you're joining me, give me a hi. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're hanging out with me. Excuse me, allergies are kicking again today. Love seeing you guys here. Hello, Mike. Glad you are here with me today, hanging out. All right. So I'm gonna kind of drag you in the middle of this process of what I'm working on for this one, because this one we had started building out. We've already mapped it. We've already talked about it. We're kind of putting in the final touches of it now. What's up, James? Hey, good to see you, my friend. Missed you too. Glad you were here today. I hope you're doing awesome. So what we're doing here is we're going to be updating our sales pipeline, and with that process, we're also going to be looking at what this looks like from a we're updating our sales process, and then we're also going to be, hey, Don, glad you are here. Happy Tuesday. We're going to be looking at our sales pipeline. We're going to be updating automations, and we're going to create the sales process to be an automated process. So as you're going through things, it will actually email out your clients, email out your leads, let them know what's happening, and just streamline the communication process for you a little bit. And as always, if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. I'm more than happy to answer them for you, and make sure that we're all on the same page and that we are getting your questions answered as we're helping you build out all this coolness. Give me just a second here. I need to check in one thing. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're going to start here on the opportunities first. This is going to be your updated pipeline. Let me take that logo off. It looks great, but it's kind of blocking my view here. Come on, there we go. All right, sorry about that. It was getting in my way when I was looking at it. All right, so what I did is I actually cleaned up the pipeline and made it a little more concise, made it a little easier to follow, and then we started building out automations for this. What this is going to look like from a Snap-on aspect is when you get it, it's going to come. You'll see we've got AI scripts. There's some of them that I'm still loading, still working on in here for you. I'm going to be doing that with you now as we're going through this, so you guys can just see where everything's at, how it's all set up, what happens, how it all functions and works. And like I said, at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, so 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific, all that fun stuff. I'm going to be live in the Credit Suite partner training, and we're actually going to be loading this and creating you guys a sales pipeline, an automated sales process specifically for Credit Suite partners and fundability for the fundability workflow. But first, we're going to get everything mapped out here, make sure that everything's cleaned up, make sure this is ready for you guys to download and customize and use as you see fit. Quick update on the Snap-ons. We've got the affiliate manager. I got that updated. It is so much smoother, working so much better. There's one thing that I have to get done for some of you guys who are on the OG website for Credit Suite, to make sure all the payments and all the tracking works. Those of you guys who are on the fundability, who are using the fundability website, the fundability automate is now And so we're going to be updating that. Also got together our webinar funnel and have some releases on that. So tomorrow I'm going to do just kind of an overview of the Snap-ons, where they're at, make sure that you guys can get in here and start using them, and get you guys early access for those of you guys who have been hanging out with me, so we can get this launched. I'm excited. Everything we're going to be doing is going to be moving towards moving forward in the future to enhance your functionality inside of your profit lifter account. All right, back to the building. Let's get going here. So we're working this out. So anytime you have a new lead, there it's going to show up under your new lead column. Obviously, that's what makes sense, and that's the easiest way to go about it. Hey, Misha, glad you are here. Glad you are hanging out with us today. Hope you're having an amazing Tuesday. So with this new leads, that's where everything's going to drop in. Now, from there, when you get a new lead coming in, they're not always just going to sign up instantly. That never, it very rarely happens. And sometimes, like if you're running ads for like a lead magnet, or you have like a pop up on your website, something like that, where people have the ability to opt in, newsletters, anything like that. Sometimes you got to do a little bit of chasing with them. So just because a new lead comes in doesn't mean that you're talking to them and actually getting into the pitch. So this prospecting column is actually going to be set up for people that have come in as a new lead that you're just doing follow-up calls on. And this is going to be really helpful for you because it's going to keep this separated where you're going to be able to see new leads that are coming in, who's there. As you start building out a sales team, we'll get this will help with lead distribution, keeping track of how many leads you have coming in for the day, all of that fun stuff. And then prospecting is going to be the reason that I like this metric is because now we're going to be able to see how many people have signed up as a lead, and then how many you're able to connect with from there. And then the step after that, that's going to be your consult scheduled. So if they're scheduling a consultation with you. If they miss a consultation, you'll be able to drag the record right here, start an automation, start follow-up campaigns, sequences, get everything going from there. And then after, if you talk with them, we have a follow-up pitch complete. I made this a little bit different and put in this specific step so that way, when you're done, it will automatically email and text the client saying, hey, thanks for meeting with me. Here's what we had discussed, and just pull up all their and just kind of give them the general overview of your pitch, your process, where to check out, what their next steps are, and put them in a follow-up sequence for you so that you can get going from there. And then you've got follow-up. These are the ones that, like after here, you followed up with them. They're still interested, you'll move them here. Now, you'll notice there's not a won or lost column in here. Let me show you why. We're going to just create a quick fake one here. So let's roll out our infamous test dummy. And test dummy is locked and loaded. So the reason that we did not add a won or lost column was very simple. It was a bit confusing because we actually have that functionality down here where you've got a won, you've got abandoned, and you've got lost. Now, a lot of questions that I get from people that are incorporating this, especially like working with it in like a sales team environment, is you start looking at it like, what's the difference between abandoned and lost? To me, it's really simple. Lost means that they've expressed that they're not interested. They basically said, you know what, I don't want it. I'm not interested. I'm not ready to do it right now. Just no. Like they just basically come out and say no. You got that hard loss there. So that's going to be, went with a competitor. They're going to be lost, anything like that. The other one is abandoned. Now, abandoned, I really like the abandoned. Yolanda, hey, good to see you this morning. The other thing that the reason that I really like abandoned is because these are people that you may be talking to that get in and they're like, hey, look, I love what you're doing. Very excited about the process. I love, I want to get started. I want to make this work. But then they just kind of fall off. They run into money issues, or they just start skipping your calls and not engaging with you. For these, I'm going to move those to abandoned, because at that point, that tells me that, you know what, they at least expressed that there was interest. They could be lying. Yes, that's always a possibility. But we want to assume that they're not lying, and that they've moved through this process, or that they're telling you the truth. So that way you can go, okay, you know what, they're abandoned. I just lost track of them. They just kind of fell off. And the other reason that I like this is because if I'm going to follow up with people, if I get some downtime or like having a slower month and I need to beef up my sales pipeline, from there, I'm going to go pull a list of my abandoned leads. So that way that I'm able to hop in and just have a list of people who have already said they're interested in my products and services that I'm going to be able to call on and start working through that process as well. And this is a great tool for those of you guys who have sales teams, being able to pull list of abandoned leads, being able to pull list of lost leads will give you some, there's a lot of things that you can do with kind of re-engaging those leads, like just sending out a mass text and email campaign, doing a ringless voicemail drop to kind of reignite those abandoned leads for your sales team. But we'll get into the list engagement a little bit later. Right now, we're just going to be looking at how we're going to automate your sales pipeline and what this looks like so that we can reduce your workload so you can get through more leads. So that's what your opportunities. That's where the majority of the Snap-on is going to take place, is right inside of there. Now, in here, you can see this is an old name. So we're going to put we're going to rename this while we're here. Like I said, some of this is cleanup, guys, so you have to hang out with me. We're going to call this. Yeah, let's just call it sales process because that's consistent with the name. So in here we've got your folders now, your workflows. Inside of these workflows, how many do we have? We got 2, 4, 6, 7 different workflows that are mapped out here. With these 7 different workflows, they're going to sit on top of what's already pre-built inside of your CRM, meaning that like you've already got something with an appointment booked, you've already got an appointment complete and an appointment missed in there. But those are actually emails that are coming from the company. This is set up so these are going to actually come from the salesperson that they're going to be talking to. So what does this look like? Let's start with this. Now, when you get in here and look at these emails are not going to be impressive. I'm going to tell you that right out of the gate. This is built so that you can go in and use these prompt commands in here to be able to create the emails that you want. And then those of you guys who are Credit Suite partners, we are going to be building this out for you coming up here in just a little bit, in a couple hours. Hey, Brant, glad you were here. Happy to see you. Hope you're having an amazing Tuesday. Happy afternoon to you as well. So let's go down our workflow list. So the trigger is going to be a customer booked an appointment. That's going to be regardless of where that happens. Now, there is a step in here as well that I do realize that we have not addressed and we have not taken care of. So before we do anything else, we're actually going to add a new sequence in here real quick. And this tag is going to be sales, and we're going to call this round robin. And you may not need this right now, but you will absolutely need this once you start building a sales team. Once you get past one salesperson, this is going to become incredibly critical to the process and everything that's happening. So with this, we're actually going to change this up a little bit, change up our sequence. So we are going to make this wait for 1 minute, and let me show you what we're doing here. So move here. So what we're doing is we're going to create a tag here that says sales round robin, and from here it's going to wait for 1 minute and then go through the rest of our sequences here. And then I'm going to take you through these sequences, and we're going to go ahead and add this ag tag sales round robin. So we're going to wait a minute, and the reason that we want to wait for just a minute is because anytime you add a tag that's going to start another sequence, you need to give the system a little bit of time to get through that other sequence, especially if it's dependent or if it's a critical part of what we're going to be doing. In this scenario, we're actually going to be sending emails from the assigned user. So us having an assigned user in this process is critical to its success. So we're going to add it, make sure that it gets assigned to who it needs to. We'll set that up as round robin. Even if you don't have salespeople, you'll be able to add them in the future, just really easy. And then that way you can actually just use this tag anytime leads are coming in to assign salespeople. Next, we're going to create an opportunity. So we're going to call this is going to go into the pipeline. I had to just build the pipeline in here. When you set it up on your own, I'll show you. We'll basically just rename that. But we have consult scheduled as the name with contact name. Makes sense. Opportunity source. We're not really worried about that because if it's coming in from like a lead, if it's coming in from a lead magnet or someplace, another place, then we want to let the system have that space in there to put that. Lead value we don't know yet, so status of this is open, so it's pretty simple. We're going to leave that as it is. Now from here, after the consultation, it's going to wait a minute. It's going to assign it to the user, and action. This is going to be email consult. What to expect. Then our from name, like I said, what we're going to do is this is going to become from the assigned user. So if you're looking at your tags here, like your contact tags, these are going to be all the information for the contact record. The user tags here, these are going to be the user, the person actually using the system at that time, or the assigned user on the opportunity or the contact record. So we're going to have this come from the contact, from the assigned user. But the other thing that we're going to do is I want to put the company name in here. And so if you want to automate this, you come down to account. We're going to put name. So that's going to be the username. So like this would be Keith Knapp / Profit Lifter. And then the from email, I'm actually going to make this from email, the user email address as well. And then from here, we need a subject. So sorry, my keyboard is acting up. I just cleaned my desk off and forgot to set things back up right. All right, so the subject, let's come up with a good subject really quick. Looking forward to our meeting. Let's put their first name so it's personalized. So, hey, contact first name. Looking forward to our meeting. Now, from here, you can see we have email templates that are already built out inside of here. With these, so again, this is if you want to start from scratch, if you want to just use this. I wrote out all your email prompt commands. This is the easiest way to explain this. I sat down and like, okay, if I had to write out all these emails, I need to do it in the fastest amount of time as possible. What do I need? So we set up the template. So this is going to be coming from the salesperson with their phone number, with their email down here. Let's change this up a little bit. This couple things. So we have our footer, so that your footer is in compliance down here. And then right up here, when you are ready to get in here and start using this, and I'll have a walkthrough guide that will show you, basically all you're going to need to do is come in here and you're going to just copy that and it will automatically create the email for you. And you can see it works pretty well. It's just nice and easy, good clean email. Just warm and fuzzy, and then the details of that email are obviously going to be very dependent on how you have your ChatGPT program. But I've got some stuff rolling out for you on that. So when you get in here, this is what the emails are going to look like. They're not going to be full-blown emails. These really are just the prompt commands that we're going to be using so that we can create that content. So just understand that. Next, we're going to put a note in here. So that way there's just a note in the client section, consult scheduled by client. That way, if you ever need to see what's happened, you could do that. We're going to add a tag that says appointment scheduled, so you know what's going on there. We're going to remove the tag lead new, just so, because at this point, they've moved further in the process. Then we're going to make sure that we remove them from the consult, from workflow consult missed, in case they missed a consultation with you before, or remove the workflow lost sale as well. Meaning that if they were lost, now it's going to move them back in there. And again, you're creating another opportunity in here, so there's no issues. The next thing, we want to make sure that we have allow reentry on. This should be standard moving forward, but we still need to double check that. So we're going to allow reentry, and then we want to mark the conversations as read so that you don't have a bunch of unread automation conversations happening in your conversation tab. I know I'm covering a lot of things really fast, guys, but that's the fun of it. These are recorded. You can go back and watch them and ask questions or throw them in the comments. I get tagged. So next, what we want to do is let's go ahead and create our round robin here for our sales process, because this is going to be an important. This is going to be important to make sure that we have this. So, okay, got it. Not a problem. Now we're going to put our trigger is going to be a contact tag added. So we're going to go tag added. We're going to select, this was sales, round robin. There we go. Save trigger. So now when you tag somebody with this sales round robin tag, it is going to automatically put them into this process. So sales, let's just call it sales round robin. User assign. Okay. Now, this next part is super easy to actually set up the round robin. All we're going to do is we're going to come over here to assign user. We don't have any users in here. So this is going to this may get a little bit cumbersome. Let me see if we can fix that real quick. I'm going to come in here and we're going to create some fake users because I want you to see this process. I want you to understand how this works. So we're going to put this one, we're going to call this Brett B, because he is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Brett Bonnickson at profitlifter.com. For those of you guys who have not had the pleasure of talking with Brett, talk to Brett. He's amazing. One of my favorite people. Oh, user with that. Okay, we're just going to add some fake ones in. All right, so this is going to be test dummy 1, and this is going to be test at testdummy1.com. Close enough. We don't really need it for anything else. I just want you to see what this process looks like for the lead distribution. So that way you understand and you know what you're doing when you get in here. So we're going to call this test2 at testdummy1.com and save. Okay, now let's come back here and assign to user. Oh, it's going to make me refresh it. I thought I'd get away with not refreshing it, but no, it's going to make me wait. It's going to make me do the wait dance for it. All right. Let's see. Okay. So now we are refreshed. We are ready to go. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here to let's assign our users. And now you can see down here we've actually got our users that are here. So we're going to say both these guys we want in here. Now under here, this is where you're going to have a little bit more control over the lead distribution. So you can do equally, you can do unevenly, if just depending on your situation. You may have somebody who's working part-time, and you want to make sure that the leads are being distributed with optimization. But it's really up to you. It's really up to you on how you want to use this. But for me, I'm going to say right now we're going to go equally, meaning that it's going to distribute these equally between the people who are coming through based off of their time. Because again, if they're selecting the time, it's having the right assigned user is going to be critical for that. So we're going to do this equally. And then we're going to only apply to unassigned contacts, meaning that if a contact is already assigned to somebody, if a salesperson is already working that contact, we do not want to have a situation where it's being assigned to somebody else, and now you're getting pulled in the middle of management issues of that was my lead, no, it was my lead, and they start fighting back and forth. You don't want that. It's a pain. From an owner standpoint, it causes your team to lose confidence in your process and what you've built. So we're going to avoid all that. We're going to make this so it sets up equally, and we're only going to do this to unassigned contacts. So we're going to save action. Then the last thing we're going to do, this is really simple and easy. We're going to remove the contact tag, and this is going to be the sales round robin, just because we don't need it hanging out. We don't need it hanging out there. It's not something that we need to track or anything. And we'll hit publish, and we'll hit save. So now you've got this tag. Now, the thing about these tags and these workflows is these will actually work basically anywhere that you want them to, meaning that you can have these sales tags set up, or you can use now the sales round robin tag in any of your sequence, and it's going to revert it back here. Again, the Snap-on has to be loaded. You got to have this automation in here. But now, once you have it here, you can use this tag anywhere, meaning that, like, if it's a download or anything like that, that you'll be able to just make sure that it's set up the way that you want it there, and have it all there in order. Okay, next up, let's take a look at our appointment complete. At this point, this has already happened from the standpoint that this should have already happened from they've already been assigned because they've already been through that first process. I figured out there's a little bit of a ran into a slight issue in this. So what we're going to do is this: we are going to move all the actions from here under here, and once I do this, you'll see what we're doing. We're going to take this appointment complete off of here because we already have it up here. And I will explain here in just a second what this process looks like now that we have it cleaned up. So we are going to add contact tag. This is going to be appointment complete. And the reason I just went dark is I'm sitting here thinking about this. So let me walk you through the process. Maybe you guys can help me think through this here. So we have a contact tag. Appointment is complete. So meaning that, like, if you're in your opportunities, let's say you're talking with them, like, hey, Mr. Test Dummy, thanks for meeting with me. I appreciate you being here. Blah blah blah. We do all that, and then you come up here and you tag it appointment complete. If we tag it appointment complete, it's going to come here under the tag. It's going to add this because I want to track that the appointment has been completed. So if it has no tag, what we're going to do is we're going to change this. So is not tag complete. Okay, tag complete. So if it has no tag, we're going to send it here. And then we're going to have it go here. Now, here's where my brain is getting stuck, and here's what I'm trying to figure out. If we add this tag, does this create a loop? I think it creates a one-time loop where it puts them back through here like this. So we want to be careful of this. Oh, that's not it. So appointment complete. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to bypass this entire process here. Move all actions from here. We're going to come here. And I will show you why here in just a second. So here, we're going to move this action up here. Okay. And we're going to delete the condition. I'll show you why here real quick. All right, so if the tag's being added, then we're adding it there. We're actually going to change, we're just going to change this tag. We're going to call it appointment showed. That way we just don't run into any conflicts. And then we're going to remove contact tag appointment complete. The reason we're doing this is because now if we leave a complete tag on here, it means that it is not going to it means that we won't be able to use it again, like if you have a follow-up appointment, anything like that. So this should clean up that process for us. So here's the 3 ways that you can trigger this. So first off, if you're in here, you can you can go to the appointment complete, just tag it there, and it will start. It will take it down this process. Next is pipeline stage change, and this is going to be follow-up pitch completed. And this can actually end up in a couple different places, or this is going to end up right here. So like after you're done with them, so like let's say they're under consult scheduled, you would actually just drag and drop them right under here to the follow-up pitch complete. And doing that, moving it there will trigger the sequence. And then the other way that we did it is actually under the appointment status. So what this looks like is, let me just show you real quick. We're gonna create a. We don't have one here. It's basically right here where you would have an appointment, and you would be able to click it and put that they showed that it was confirmed. So that way you could put it there. Now, if you want my professional advice, what I recommend from a management standpoint, I would actually put this, I would actually make it where, like, I want to train my sales team that they come in here to this book appointment updated. That way, or they go into the book or update an appointment, and they marked it as confirmed. The reason that I want to do that is because if you do that, it's going to make it so that the system's going to be able to track this a lot better. So you can see your actual show up rates from people who've scheduled a consultation and people who actually show up. And you can, that way, if your sales team's like, oh, nobody ever shows up, you can actually go in there and pull numbers, because numbers don't lie, feelings do. So just know that there's a couple different ways that you can go about that. So you can add it there. And then the last way is, okay, so that's the appointment status. So once this happens, we're first off, we're going to remove the appointment complete tag. So that way it's reusable again in the future. So we're going to remove tag. We are going to add the new tag, appointment showed. So that way you've got your tracking tag there. Add tag to lead as active, because you want to show that it's active. I like that. Create or update opportunity. It's going to go in our pipeline. We're going to move it to the follow-up pitch complete stage. If it's not for whatever reason, opportunity name is going to be consult complete. Opportunity source, lead value. So we're going to save that there. Next, I did create a task on here. So this is going to be called set follow-up. And I know you guys love the F up, but I still want to use it because I like it. So we're going to set the follow-up here. And this is going to be reminder set follow-up sales time. Now, this can really be up to your discretion. Like you can, but what we're doing essentially is making it when they're able to log into their dashboard. When they log in, they'll be able to come right down here to tasks and see all of the follow-up calls that they need to make for a day. That way they can have a task list that they can just work off of if they want to, and it lets you track to make sure that people are being followed up with as well. We're going to leave a note that appointment is complete, and then we're going to add to campaign sales auto sales campaign. I'll show you this. It's actually an email that we have, email sequence that is going to be very specific to the sales process, meaning that you can have your long-term nurture campaign going, but at the same time, this is going to be like act now, click here to buy, get going, get started, all of that stuff. We're going to wait for 2 minutes. Let's make that 1 minute, because why wait 2 when you can do it 1? Let's do, we're going to wait 1 minute. We're going to email a follow-up, and that's going to be a thanks for meeting with me today. This is under the templates, going to be sales auto post pitch email. And again, we have your AI email prompt commands already written out in here. So all you have to do is throw it in Chat GPT and you'll be ready to go. And then a nice little warm SMS message says, hey, first name, great talking with you today. Please reach out if you have any additional questions. So just a nice little text message, and then moves them out of this. So what this is doing is after you've met with your lead, after you've given them a pitch, all you have to do is come over here and move it to follow-up pitch complete. Add the tag and it will automatically send them out that thank you email, outlining your services, your costs, where to get started, all of that stuff for you, and send an SMS message. So now you don't have to go in and think, what am I going to send to people after I pitched them? You've already got it done. It's already written out for you. It's already set up in there. All right, let's hop over to the appointment miss. So this is going to happen if somebody misses an appointment. So we've got 3 triggers up here. First one is going to be the appointment status. Again, that's going to happen when you open up here and you come in here. It's going to be under your appointment status right there. You can put that it was appointment status is no show, meaning that they just didn't show up. Contact is appointment missed, and this will trigger the sequence for you too. Or opportunity status change to consult miss, meaning that if you just drag and drop it here and you go consult miss, under this one, it is going to trigger this automation sequence for you. Again, I think we've got a slight issue with our tags, so we are going to clean this up. We are going to move this action right here. We're just going to delete this one because we don't need that anymore. And we're going to move this one up here. So move action above the decision tree. Whoops, got to add the rest of them. Move all actions from here under there. Awesome. Condition, and we're going to delete the condition tree because we don't need that anymore. So what this looks like, this is what's going to happen after the sales appointment. If they miss, they don't show. You call them, you go, they didn't show. Now you can drag them, drop them, drag and drop them. You can hit the appointment status, or you can tag them with appointment miss. We are also going to put them under. We're going to call this appointment no show for our tracking tag. We are going to. Didn't do that right. Forgot to save it. There you are. Appointment no show. Save action. Next, we are going to let's remove our trigger tag. So we're going to remove contact tag, and this is going to be the appointment miss. All right. Now from there, so it's going to remove the tag that triggers it up here, or based on that, it's just going to remove it. It's going to put our tracking tag. This is going to be the appointment no show. This is what we're going to this is how you're going to keep track of all the appointments that haven't showed up and where they're at inside of your contact list. We are going to create or update the opportunity. We're going to move it to the consult miss consult, change the name, change all that. We're still going to leave it as open because there's still a chance. And we're going to put a note, missed appointment. And then from there, we are going to send out an email that says, who are we sending this from? We haven't updated this one yet. So this one, again, is coming from the salesperson. So we are going to put their name. I do like putting the company name in here. That way they know, they may remember why they were talking to you. So with the company name, from email, we're going to put the user email address in here as well. And subject, we put missed you today. And from here, we are going to, and you can see this one's not quite set up, so we're going to add our footers in here real quick. And we're going to add our signature for the salesperson. So that's there. And let's write our prompt command. Create a follow-up email for a scheduled appointment or when a lead misses a scheduled appointment, include a reschedule link with this URL. And I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that blank right there. Actually, let me see if we can automate this. Oh, I don't have any custom values in there. Ooh. Okay. See if we have. Ah, here we go. Reschedule link right there. So this will actually, Timberly, hey, glad you're hanging out with us today. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you were doing amazing. Happy Tuesday to you. All right, so we're going to put this in here. So this is going to automatically, this is automatically going to put this. What I want to do is I actually want to take this, and I'm going to create a hyperlink in here, and we're just going to put click here to reschedule. And the reason that I'm doing this is because when you automate these reschedule links in here, this appointment.reschedule_link, the custom value here, it gets real ugly. Like it's gonna look real ugly. So this just cleans it up, so that way you can have it right there. And then that should work out fine for your email, for your prompt command for that email. All right. Next, we have our SMS message. Hey, first name, missed you at our appointment today. Click here to reschedule. All right. Let's come in here and change this up. Appointment reschedule link. Yep, that's what we want there. Wait 1 day. Okay. And then we're going to add a task, call on missed appointment, missed consult follow-up call. All right, very good. It's going to go to the contacts assigned user, and it's going to be due in a day. So that way you have your sales team now has a list of people that they need to call. Next, what we're going to do, because it's going to actually I want to move this task to be, move this one task up here before waiting a day. So that will make it due the next day if we do it that way. Email to consult miss. And let's come back in here. We're going to put the user full name, and we're going to put the company information, and this is going to go to account name. From email is, again, this is coming directly from the salesperson, so we're going to use salesperson's email. Have a couple minutes, and we're going to, let's update this. And so we've got our compliant footers there. We need that. Next, let's put your salesperson signature right there. Looks great. Now we need a prompt command. Create a follow-up email for the missed appointment. This will be sent using sent the day after the lead missed their appointment. This is the second email regarding missed consultation. Use this link to reschedule. And let's put our link in here again. So we're going to come in. We're actually going to use a different one here. That's not what we're looking for. Okay, appointment. Oops. That's not what we're looking for. E-commerce. Okay, time to hop over to our handy dandy little cheat sheet here, because we actually have this written out as a custom value. And we're going to call this consult here. Okay. And that will work for you for there. All right, now your second email is set up and ready for AI emails, ready for content, ready to rock and roll and get these people back on track. Then we're going to wait 2 days. So we're given, so we're calling them, missed appointment, setting a task, call them the next day, send another email, say, hey, still interested in talking. And then we're going to wait 2 days because why? Because we're not pushy. We don't need to be crazy about it. So let's build this out. Next, we are going to go to user, full name. You know the routine. We do it. This is how we do it from here. Account name from email is going to be coming from the user's email. And ready to go. Subject, like, let's just call this still interested. And let's edit the email. And footer is set up. And like I said, for those of you guys who are just joining me, if you are one of those people who are selling fundability or business credit lines, make sure you come hang out with me here in an hour, 2 hours. I think I have an hour in between here. Yeah, I got an hour in between here. So after we're done here, we're gonna. I got about an hour break, and then we're gonna be live on the Credit Suite Partner training, so that way we can show you guys how we can. We're actually going to build this out and actually end up writing your emails and making this available for you guys as a special. Going. Oh, my daughter. My kids are out of town. They're on vacation with their mom. And now my daughter just texted me, said she missed me. I'm not going to get emotional. I'm not going to cry. I promise. No, I'm good. I love my kids. I got 2 amazing girls. One just graduated. The other one's a freshman in high school now. All right, let's write our prompt command. Create a third email for leads missed appointment. Title is still interested. Organize the content using this question and giving good value propositions on why they should keep pursuing this path. Use this and use this link to schedule. Hey, there it is. Works. All right. And email 3 is set up and ready to go. We're cranking through these things today, guys. Love this. Email 4. This is going to be this one. I'm gonna. You know what? It's gonna be 3 days. Yeah, we're not gonna create another task to call them at this point. It's just gonna be one final attempt. Let's go ahead and add this. Full name and account. From email, again, users, because coming from the salesperson, there'll be assigned record. Let's see. What's a good subject? Good subject. And guys, if you're creating this with AI and you want to change the topics and the subject lines, you're more than welcome to. These are your emails, so personalize them as you see fit with it. We're gonna call this. Did you forget about this? And this one looks like we have it set up. So we just need to write our prompt commands in here for this one. And let's shrink that down, make sure it fits. 14, yeah, that should be 16. All right, prompt command, create a final email for a lead that missed a consultation. Give them a last chance. Start with, I'm not going to keep bothering you. Looks like not a good time. Do you mind if I follow up in the future? Use link to schedule appointment. Use this for the link to schedule an appointment. All right, so last email is going to be create a final email that missed consultation. Give them a last chance, basically saying, hey, you know what? I've tried reaching out to you, tried being nice, tried helping you, but you're not listening. This is your last chance. Let's get you in here. Or basically, I'm going to turn you down, and you're going to be turned down from there. And then we're gonna have this waiting for 3 days here. And then from here, oh, that's why, yeah, because from there I actually turned it into an abandoned lead and just basically close it out from there. So that way, if they miss the appointment, then it's going to gives them about a week to respond. So the other thing that we want to do, we do want to allow re-entry on this one. We want to mark as red, but this one, I do want to stop this one on response, meaning that if somebody emails me back while they're going through this, I'm going to stop this automation sequence, meaning that it's going to stop them from getting all the way down here and closing out the opportunity. So it's going to give, at that point, it's going to give you a chance to hop back in there and rework it. Oh, okay. You can see there's a lot involved with this one. This one's very content heavy, but that's all right. That's the fun of it. Because this is, I honestly think this is where a lot of people miss. This is where a lot of people miss the miss on their sales process, is not actually having content that is being that's going out to everybody the way it's supposed to. So this is going to be automation on a lost sale. So this is either going to be contact tag, lead lost, and yeah. I need a good tracking here. Lead lost. I'm just going to call it lead lost status. That way, we don't have conflicts. So you'll be able to. Oh, I will take time to go on vacation with the kids. We actually like to travel around to concerts during the excuse me, during the spring and the fall. We take weekend trips. Like last year, I took my kids to I think it was Ghost is who I took them to see, and a couple other concerts around the Kansas City area. The year before that, I took them on a big vacation to go see the Gorillas. Gorillas were amazing live. That was a lot of fun. That was a great concert. Creator update opportunity. Yep, we're going to put it as lost. We're going to select lost reason. There is no lost reason that we're going to select there. And then email lost deal. I'm here when you're ready. AI prompt command. Looks like we're going to have this. Create an email for a lead that says no to the services. Be polite. Welcome them to come back anytime. Ask if it's okay to stay in touch. See if we are fit better. See if we are a better fit in the future. I like that. Makes you feel all warm and fuzzy. SMS. Hey, I've been trying to connect. I actually don't want that. I don't want to text them after. That's like texting a boyfriend or girlfriend after you just broke up. A little awkward. We don't want that. So we're gonna remove. We're just gonna remove them from this workflow. Okay, that looks great there. Lost sale automation is done. All right, let's look at our new leads. What's it look like with new leads? New leads come in. Trigger opportunity. Yep, this one is just based off them ending up inside of your pipeline, which is great. We are going to wait 5 minutes. And we are going to, just in case, we are going to add our sales round robin here. And again, remember, this is set up so that, like, if they've already set an appointment, that it will not assign somebody. But we are going to put them in here. The reason that I set this for 5 minutes is that my assumption on this is that not everybody's coming through a consultation. If you just enter somebody in, or like if they sign up for a lead magnet, there's going to be a couple emails. You're going to have your email delivery and your first indoctrination campaign email. And then this email is actually, again, going to come out from the salesperson. And this is going to be an intro email. So, man, I got all this stuff in here and I forgot to set up the things here. And this is why we're going through this, guys. Oh, wait, this is going to be account name. There we go. And from email is going to be coming from the salesperson email there. Hey, first name. Great to meet you. And under our AI prompt commands here, so you recommend against using profanities when lead. Oh no, I cuss like crazy when leads miss appointments. I just don't cuss at them when they miss appointments. Will, that is the golden secret. Nobody knows what happens when you mute or you're not on a phone call. Don't tell them you're cussing them out. That's the golden rule here. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I'm not. Like, I don't know any salesperson who has not gotten upset with missed appointments. It's the nature of the beast. Very light and easy email introducing the, let's put this, assigned user, which is going to be username. Let the contact know if they can reach out directly at any time. Do not push for a hard sale. This email is to start building a trusting relationship with the assigned user. We're going to put sales representative. Now, if you're writing this out and you don't call your salespeople, just change it. That's all you have to do. Meaning that you can come in here and say, like we call ours account executives. And so we have our account executives who manage the relationships with the clients, and we have our account managers who help on the technical side, more of the tech support. That's where Herwin falls in. Brett would be like the account executive position. Herwin would be the account manager. So if it's something besides sales representative, just go in there and change the name to whatever you want while you're creating this content, because it's that easy. And then add new lead, power dialer, new leads. So this is going to be an option here. I'm going to take this out for right now. But if you're using the power dialer, this is where you would actually want to put that in, is under the new leads. So that way the power dialer, it's being assigned, and all the new leads will show up under the power dialer. That way, in the morning, or whenever your salespeople are ready, they can just go into the power dialer, select the sales auto new leads automation, and start calling people right from there. And then we have new lead opt-in. I know I kind of glassed over that, but that was an amazing tip for you guys. That was a great tip to automating your power dialer and sales calls right there. But use that how you would like. You are more than welcome to. Um, all right, so we've got new leads, lost sale, pending sale. Let's see. I think I took this pending sale out. Okay. I'm going to add one more stage in here. We're going to call this pending sale. And the reason we want to do this is these are the people who say, "Yeah, I'm ready. Send me over the agreement, and let's get started." These are the people that you send it out to them, and they go, "Okay, yeah, just send it to me. I'll get started." Now, where this gets a little bit tricky, and you have to be careful, is that like when you're done talking with them, if you move them over to follow up pitch complete, that's going to send out that email for them to get started, create the opportunity. But the other thing it could be easy after you've met with them, they go, okay, yeah, I definitely want to get started, that you can move it over there to pending sale. I would do this for like your bigger follow-ups, ones that you talk to several times, that you're having to answer questions and go overcome all their objections. That's when I would move that over to the pending sale side, is over there. But let's hop in and take a look at our automations. All right, pending sale, tag, lead commit. Oh, that was easy. That was very, very uneventful inside of there. And this is really just a tracking. So we're gonna add a task here, and we're gonna put let's put contact full name. Sign up review. And we're just going to say, did blank sign up yet? And this is going to be contact assigned user. We're going to make this due in a day. That way you have a reminder to follow up with it, and you'll have a pipeline right there that will keep you focused on that. And we're going to remove from the current workflow, so that it just keeps it all clean. Actually, we're not. Here's why. Because the people could be sitting here for a while, so we want to make sure that you're able to track them and pull a list of those people when you need to. Okay, one more, and I'm going to call it a wrap because I'm going to have to let my brain and my mouth slow down for a couple minutes before I go live with the Credit Suite partners. Last one. This is going to be your sales automation campaign. So what this is going to do, it's going to remove. So it's going to start with the tag, start sales campaign, and this is happening when a new lead gets dumped in. So it's going to start the sales campaign. These emails, these should actually be coming from your actual sales representative. These are not the same. These are not going to be the same emails as like what's coming from the company. And the reason that you don't want this is because you want so like if you're running, let's say you're running VSLs, you've got video sales letters that are going out that are coming from the company's name, everything's getting out there, it looks great, it's all nice, clean, and professional. But you want something that's a little less formal coming from the actual salesperson. That way they feel like they're having a chance to connect directly with the salesperson and not having to reply back to general automations that are being sent out. There are a couple things inside of this strategy where you can look at it and go, I think I want to take this stuff off down here. But basically, these emails are really going to be about spelling out the unique value proposition of what it is that you do, why it's important, and this is your opportunity to kind of overcome the objections without having to actually talk to them. But this, I always like doing this because I think having emails that are coming directly from the individual helps when they're making phone calls and they're like, oh, hey, this is Keith. They're like, oh, Keith, I've been getting your emails. I've been meaning to call you. And it just has that sense of familiarity, opposed to if everything's coming out from your company name, opposed to the actual salesperson's name. they'll be like, oh, what company are you with? Oh yeah, I've been getting your set. It makes them feel like they already know the salesperson and builds trust. Let's write out our prompt commands here. Create a sales email. Create the first email of a live email sales campaign. We will be using our value propositions, because again, if you go way back in the Profit Lifter lore, you will actually see where we actually do our trainings on the value propositions. These are becoming more and more critical as we're automating these AI prompt commands and these scripts, because you'll see in the when we actually, I think that's a good training. I think Thursday, why don't we do our AI build outs on Thursday? I think we're going to need that. I think that's going to be an important thing. We will be using an overview of our unique value propositions for this first email. Keep it simple, because all the rest of the stuff should actually be programmed into your GPT before then. We're going to wait a day. We're going to send email to, and again, let's get in here, contact. Nope, we don't want this to and from the contact. We need this coming from user, full name, account name, from email, user, email, subject. Create AI subject. Let's put this in here as a reminder to you to put the AI subject in here. And let's come in here and we're just going to actually paste the value from our previous one. Second email, it will be leaning into our first unique value proposition for this email. Using. Okay. And guys, I know I know that these AI prompt commands don't seem real robust, because the whole point behind AI is that you've already got it programmed out so that it's coming from that it's already got a lot of this stuff already mapped out. You should already have your unique value propositions, all your company information, all of that should be in here already, so that when you come in here and you tell it to do this, it's already got all the data that it needs from you to be able to do this right. And we're going to call this create AI subject. And unique value proposition 2. And I will show you, for those of you guys who are Credit Suite partners, I will be showing you guys what this actually looks like with the unique value propositions here in about 45 minutes, actually. We're getting close. All right. And we're just about done here. So let's get this all finished up for you guys. So that way we'll be ready to build this out and actually create the emails, create the content, automate the system, and have it ready for you to install in the next day or two. That you can use in your Profit Lifter account. Username, we're going to go account name. There we go. User email. Create AI. Subject. Third, unique value proposition. And last one, not contact. We want this coming from the user. And amazing how you do the same action over and over again, and then you keep messing it up the same way. I may be the only person who does that. That's all right. You guys don't have to create AI. Subject. And last one. We're just going to lean into the 3 UVPs for now. This is actually the 5th email, isn't it? Be a strong call to action to schedule an appointment or get started now. Leverage the 3 previous emails to make sure they all work together nicely. Okay. And I realized I forgot to change the content on some of these, so we're going to clean this up real quick while I'm thinking about it. And this is going to be 4th email. The reason that I'm doing this is because what I've seen is that if you tell the AI that you're actually building out a campaign and you show it where it fits inside of the sequence, it will refer back and forth to each other. And I think that's helpful for just moving people along in the sales conversation. Man, this did not save my emails. I'll go back through and check this out. Account name from subject user email subject create AI subject, and this one I believe is right. 2nd email. Yep. And let's just double check these real quick to make sure. See, these didn't save right. And you know why these didn't save right is because I was moving too fast, and I just clicked over there instead of hitting save. AI subject. Save action there. Save action. Yep, looks good. Save action. Yep. See, mess that one up too. User email. AI subject. User email. Create AI subject. And then it's going to add a tag that sales campaign complete, and it's going to leave a note, the sales campaign is complete. Okay, so now you've got an email campaign that will be very specific to the actual sales process. We've got all your emails mapped out. Join me in about 45 minutes for those of you guys who are invited to the Credit Suite Partner Stuff. Come join me in 45 minutes. I'm going to be actually writing these emails out and setting this up, and we're going to have a Snap-on that is going to be specific just for you guys. that will have all this stuff already done, loaded. So so all you have to do is fill it out, load it, and it will be ready to go for you. So those of you guys who are joining me, we'll see you over there here in a little bit. Those of you guys that aren't, I still love you, and you're still awesome. You're still my favorite people. Appreciate all